The latest developments in the current migrant surge. We've shown you the rafts of people crossing our border illegally. You have also seen pictures of children packed into crowded immigration facilities and shelters. Tonight we're taking you inside the new pop-up tent city in Reynosa for those who haven't been allowed to stay in the United States. Channel 5 Santiago Caicedo continues our coverage.
Under the hot sun at the Plaza La República, just 2 blocks from the Hidalgo-Reynosa Bridge, nearly 700 or more migrants live in the park. Among them is this migrant with an amputated leg. There are serious needs back in our home countries, and many people just don't understand that, he tells me. He lost part of his leg after falling off a cargo train in Mapastepec, Chiapas in southern Mexico. Because these migrants are in a vulnerable state, we are not showing their faces or giving out their names.
It's a coordinated effort between us and the Mexican churches.
Felicia Rangel Samponaro and Victor Cavazos with the Sidewalk School help migrants nearly every day between classes for migrant children, food, and legal assistance through U.S. attorneys. If a lawyer takes up a case, the migrant is then taken to the Senda de Vida migrant shelter. There, they get tested for COVID-19, like this father with his 5-year-old son.
We're doing the government's job, to be honest.
A migrant mother with her 2 daughters just arrived. They recently were expelled from the U.S.
I
thought the U.S. was going to give us a chance since my daughter has a disability. But no, she says. According to a spokesperson with the Department of Homeland Security, Title 42 is still in place, a policy set forth by the Trump administration during the pandemic in which Border Patrol can send migrants back to Mexico after illegally entering the U.S. In a statement, a DHS spokesperson tells Channel 5 News, "We are working to streamline a system for identifying and lawfully processing particularly vulnerable individuals who warrant humanitarian exemptions under the order."
The
U.S. government says some migrants get a special parole with the guidance of humanitarian organizations in Mexico. The organizations, not the U.S., have been doing the COVID-19 tests on migrants before being let in to the U.S.
So it's like 8 large apartments.
Felicia shows us part of where migrants with COVID-19 quarantine. Many migrants at this shelter anxiously wait for a call from a U.S. attorney so they can get the green light to finally cross into the U.S. and someday have a date in court with an immigration judge. Recently, more than 500 migrants were staying at a shelter created by the state of Tamaulipas, which is now closed. A spokesperson with Tamaulipas Child Services tells us they listen to the wishes of the migrants, whether they want to stay in Mexico or go back to their home countries. According to several organizations, between 15 to 25 migrants cross into the U.S. legally under humanitarian parole nearly every day. We still don't know when Title 42 will end.